Go ahead.
I'll tell you about my. You remember the job that I had before we met?
No.
Mm. Well, of course you didn't know. But like when you first met me,
Yeah.
I used to crush cans. Let me tell you, it was so depressing.
Crush cans.
Crush cans,
How's it depressing?
so depressing.
That was terrible. The first one was funny. That was terrible.
You get it though?
I get it. I got it.
No, you don't.
I got
You
it.
ain't get it.
I got it. Promise.
So depressing.
I got it. I get it.
Okay.
It just wasn't funny. Anyway, hey babe, it's been a while. Well, it's been a while since we talked, I guess.
Yeah.
It's been like a week for real. Like since we actually talked. You're never here, so
I'm here when it matters. When you go to bed at night, I'm here.
not that one night. I went to bed. You came in 4 or 5 hours later, 4 a.m.
I was
Oh,
working.
yeah.
I was working, but you still got to go to sleep.
Anyway,
You didn't
but it
go to
was
sleep
still a
until I
while.
got home.
It was a while. That's not true. I was
Are
asleep.
you asleep? Oh,
Yes, I
okay.
just woke up when you came
Oh,
in.
because we had a whole conversation when I came
I
in.
don't remember.
You don't remember at all?
Not really. I remember waking up a little and talking, but I don't know what was talked about. So
Oh, okay.
I barely remember.
But yeah, I'm here when it matters, okay?
I don't
I
know
was
what
here
that
for the whole
means.
holiday weekend, every single day, didn't miss a day. When you weren't here, I wasn't here. When you were here, I was here.
Exactly. So anyway, so how have you been doing? How do you feel?
I've been doing good. I've been feeling good, just allowing the creativity to flow a lot better. I really been busy with working with W&R more,
Hmm.
having that structure with W&R. Um, I told you, did we talk about me landing the retainer client?
No.
Retainer client, first retainer client. That
First?
first, yeah,
Okay.
first retainer client working with a restaurant. Um, it's actually pretty fun. I'm enjoying it. Um, it's only been the first month. So this first month is really just, I think, just helping them with getting content back flowing again.
Hmm.
And then for next month, which we're coming to the end this week,
Yeah.
uh, will be
Today.
no
Today's
next
the
Saturday.
30th.
Next Saturday.
Oh, okay.
How our contract work is
Okay.
different. Yeah, it's on the sixth. But yeah, next month is gonna be finding what that content they need, to get the clients in for the end of the year into the new year. Um, Not clients, but the customers. It's a restaurant, so we're working with
Mm.
food photography, food videography, um, a lot of experimentation because it's new to me when it comes to food photography. Like I've done a little food photography, but this is like full blown food photography and understanding placement and understanding
Yeah.
different things like that and how the food mesh together when it's
It's like
plated.
placement,
Yeah,
presentation, color,
yeah,
the lighting. I know you already understand lighting, but this is a little bit different of a
yeah,
type of lighting. Um, yeah.
yeah. We even did some work not too long ago when we had
Mhm.
made spaghetti. We did the plating of the spaghetti
Oh.
just to get a little cool
Also
practicing.
dimensions too
Yeah,
of the food.
that's why I actually was doing research on it. Um, Now right now I'm only using one light because the one light is I have so many lights. It's not even funny.
Mhm.
Like I got these lights and I got uh my flashes or studio strobes, and then I got my wireless strobe, and then I got many LED boxes and all different kind of things. So the lighting that I'm using is one point lighting, which is a good source or a good way to light stuff. But I'm learning as I'm going, and they'll learn as we go as they continue with being a client of mine. But yeah, a lot of big things coming up soon. Um, I'm getting ready to do a drop the mic content day or content session for some artists.
And what is that?
So basically, if anyone has seen doing a drop the mic content day,
Sorry.
yeah, content, just shooting content for some artists, drop the mic. I had did something a month or so ago, where I had kind of like clickbaited people thinking I was about to
Yeah.
rap, but no, it wasn't. It was a way for me to use some promotion for people to, for some artists to get some content. Because honestly, when it comes to me working with artists, music artists, I'm not really just shooting music videos. Like I'm really out here helping people elevate. So now visually, if they do a drop the mic, because that's trending, that's still trending. That's always going to be trending. Drop the mic, do a
Mm.
drop the mic with a fire like studio kind of like vibe. Uh, Definitely will help some artists elevate their brand, even though we're at the end of the year.
Mm.
Even if they post it for next year, they got some content coming out for the new year. Also, just to get Wanyeezy Wednesday flowing again some kind of way. So this is an opportunity for me to just to get
To
content from
continue to get Wanyeezy
yeah,
Wednesday flowing.
to continue to get Wanyeezy Wednesday flowing. Also just to, shoot some content, get some content out for the new year if I want to, just try something new instead of me just, not really expanding my horizons when it comes to being a branded video and photo specialist,
Mm.
because that's really what I am. Like I do video, I do photo, but it's more of a specialist because I'm going to dissect what needs to be done in order for your brand, even if it's a personal brand, to grow. That's why, working with the clients that I have now is actually moving the way that they're moving, because I have not been home a lot lately because I've been
Mm.
back and forth with
You've been working.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've been working real bad. Uh, but I'm having fun with it. Things that I enjoy doing, working with music artists, working with the restaurants, working with some uh some I guess you can say clothing brands. Just just wrapping up the year in a good way. But how about you? How's everything with you? Something seems off today. We had a good day today. We woke up this morning, got some breakfast. Well, no, we didn't get no breakfast, but we had some.
We took our vitamins.
We took our vitamins. We took
And then we ate some leftovers like a
got some
little later.
leftovers, and then we chilled for a little bit, and then we got ready to go out. We did some content, and we went to go see my mom. And you fell asleep in the car.
I don't know what that was. Like I really don't
That was a
like
food
we
coma.
did eat, but like it wasn't that much that I ate. Like, I don't know. I was really tired though for some reason. I don't know. And then I was tired when we got back
Yeah, you
cuz I
took a nap
actually
while
was
I was
asleep.
setting. Yeah, you was.
I don't know. Um I'm okay. Sometimes I think so yesterday we were talking or we weren't talking about it. Well, we kind of were cuz we were watching Love is Blind last night, season 7, not the recent season. We were watching season 7, the season with Tyler and Ashley and Ramses and Marissa,
Mhm.
and then what's the blind girl name? Hannah and
Yeah,
and
Nick.
and Nick and all them, and then Monica and Steven. Whew, these people crazy. But anyway, and we were watching. It was the episode when Hannah and Nick broke it off. And I forget what I asked you, but we started talking about dependency. Was it because of them or was because of I think it was because of Ramses and Marissa or something.
Yeah.
And we started talking about like dependency and stuff. And I think I asked you if I was attached to you in that way or something like that. Or like I didn't say clingy because I really don't really believe in clinginess in a relationship. Um, what did I ask you? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. You asked me
I'm
if
trying to think specifically.
you
Let's
asked
see.
me if you said, "Am I dependent?" Yeah. You asked.
Yeah, okay, so that was
You
the word I
asked.
used. So I said, am I dependent on you? And you said not, you said yes, physically, sometimes I am.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can see that. I don't disagree. I don't know if I can say I agree, but I could just say I don't disagree. I don't know. There is a difference, but I can't explain that right now. But I don't disagree, but I see what you're saying because I think I'm kind of like not down in the dumps, but like I feel a little sad that like we've been spending time together the past few days. Even though we're still like making content, da 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 da, da, and now it has to end.
It doesn't have to end.
It is ending. It's ending for about a week.
It's not ending.
It is ending,
We still live.
Wanye.
We still live together. This is the thing about it. Just because we're not having the fun that you want to have, doesn't mean
It's just
that
not about fun. It's just like I don't know, cause I don't know. Cause I'm enjoying also the new job that I've decided to start doing. Which is I'm doing that tomorrow. I can't explain it, Wanye. I just know I'm about to go through withdrawal. That's so dramatic to say,
it
like
is
that word.
dramatic.
But that's how I feel, I think. And but then also at the same time too, it's like I'm feeling that way, but then I actually don't like that I'm feeling that way. I don't really want to feel that way. Um, but I think it is more healthy for our relationship that I do feel that way. But at the same time, I wish I know there's other things that still have to get done,
Hmm.
to where we have to be separate. Like we can't be up under each other all the time, which for the record, in my opinion, it's not healthy in a relationship anyway to be doing that.
Hmm.
Doesn't matter if you're married or not, whatever. Um, you should always try to be an individual in your relationship. Like, and then we were talking about that as well too yesterday. Like there's the boundaries you have with yourself, the boundaries you have in your relationship,
Yeah.
and it's separate. And then you should have the same thing, on the other side of the relationship because it's two people. But um, I think it overwhelms you a little bit that there is stuff to get done as well. And then it's the end of the year. We have 4 weeks left in this year.
Hmm.
Um, but then I am planning for first quarter. Like there is things that I have in the works that I haven't talked to you about completely yet. Um, for WNR Productions, for the For Lifers chat, for Aaliyah Yasmin, for Leah's Eats, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et
Hmm.
cetera. Like it just keeps going. So um me within me feeling like I don't want to say I guess dependent. Within me feeling dependent, even if it's for a day or two, I'm like, well, Aaliyah, you're feeling dependent, but like you don't need to be feeling dependent. Like there's things that have to get done, and you need to focus on getting those things done, and then instead of focusing on feeling dependent.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I've been feeling, and then it's also like constant planning always has to happen. That's just period, especially in my life. That's just how I am. If I'm not planning, it's just not gonna happen. It's not gonna get
Hmm.
done. So yeah.
I really think that I'll say this. Like, I appreciate you being the one to have a plan, always having a plan when it comes to us doing things and making sure that the house and home is flowing the way that it needs to flow. Because we already know how things are on my side when it comes to me going, and I guess we're basically both the breadwinner, but like me being the breadwinner, I
No,
you
we're not.
you
I don't
you
know why you keep
you
thinking
be
that.
making bread too, okay?
I do what I can do, but I'm not the breadwinner.
Well, me being the breadwinner, I have to go out and do what I have to do in order for us to make sure that we keep the home that we're in. Um, like I know, like I've already accepted the sacrifice of us not being able to be with or close to each other every day the way that we want
Mhm.
to be, like the way that we were for the past 4 days. I know that can't be, especially if I
Right.
gotta go out.
We used to be more control of it too before we moved moved together.
Yeah, we didn't have any.
We used to be more in control of when we'd be able to see each other and how long that would last, you know, like with our jobs. If you yawn, I yawn.
You love me, I know.
With our jobs, so it's like I think I'm just trying to not even trying to get used to it. It's just like I guess readjust or guess I don't really know how to explain it, how to describe it.
I
But I'm
think,
not sad about it. Sorry. I'm not sad about it. I think you know how I get like when I have a lot on my mind. I just have a lot on my mind, you know?
yeah.
So that's why like you keep saying I'm off. I'm not. I mean, I guess I'm off.
Well, when you, cause you were fine earlier. I think it changed after we. I think that the mood, your mood. I noticed when the mood changed.
When was it?
It was a little bit after we went out to eat and we
It
were
was when the
recording.
sun went down
Oh,
because it's about to be time to go to bed soon.
listen, this is our like I if I tell you this, I told you this last week. I said if you stress, I stress.
I'm not stressed though. I'm not
Okay, all right.
stressed.
I'm just making sure that you're not
I'm not
stressed.
stressed. It's just if I have stuff on my mind, I have stuff on my mind.
Okay.
It is what it is.
I just I just know that what needs to be done has to get done. And like I know I can't just, just focus on what I want. Like I'll get it eventually. I'm right. I'm going off on a tangent. Let me bring it back. So I understand how you feel. Matter of fact, it's not even about understand. I can empathize with you. Can't sympathize, but I can empathize with you because I know how important it is for us to be together as we grow. But like, I finally have gotten a taste of adulthood now, where like there's never a chill time. Like
Yeah, it's always something that
you
has
don't
to get
yeah,
done.
there's never a chill time,
Yeah.
and it just came to me this week. Also this week or last week, I had to, or yeah, last week, before I had to take. I think I had to take a mental health day or something. Not even a mental health day, but
What day
it
was that?
hmm,
What day was that?
it was Monday.
What happened Monday?
Well, it was from what happened on Sunday, last Sunday.
Oh,
Um, I just try to accept that. Matter of fact, try take that away. I just make sure I accept that I have to continue to keep going, and sometimes maybe it's toxic. I know it's toxic. It's not good for my mental health, but ignore the emotions, how I feel, or my stress levels, because things still have to get done. Um, but I think I told you that sometimes when you point out stress points, it makes me more stressed. And when I get more stressed, because you're stressed, that's when it's like I tend to say, well, mm, doing my best to make sure that you're not stressed. But I've come to, and this is just in this past week, I've come to the conclusion that I can't control your stress.
Yeah.
I'm not in charge of your stress. It is your life, even though we're living this life together, but it is your life. And I can't control or suppress your stress levels, just like you can't control or suppress my stress levels.
Mhm.
Because at the end of the day, it's your boat, it's my boat, even though we are in the same boat, but we both are in different boats of life. Because your goals in life are different from my
Different
goals
parts of the boat.
different parts of the boat. You may be on the star. I may be on the port bow. I don't know. Whatever doesn't matter. We on different parts of the boats, different levels of the boats. And I'm telling you now that I no longer can stress the way that you stress. Or I can no longer stress for you.
Mhm.
When you're stressed, you just gotta handle that. I know you're most likely gonna project onto me, not even project, but you're gonna tell me that you're stressed. But I can't take that no longer. Cause if I stress, we
I
can't
do
get
project onto you. You can say it. I do project onto you. I try not to as much as I used to. I feel like it used to be worse. Because I think I used to like I think you do that because I used to expect you to calm me down or like put something in my head to where I'm not feeling that way anymore, but it doesn't really work that way for anybody. Like somebody can't sit and control your emotions completely. So it's like why are you expecting them to? They're not you.
right. Yeah, yeah, I think things have changed definitely since we've gotten to this point in our relationship. So I really feel as though now, yeah, I can't do anything about your stress levels because if I can't find a solution, then I'm gonna be more stressed.
Yeah.
So moving forward, just so you know, I'm not stressing if you're stressing. If you're stressed,
That's fine.
I'm not going.
Cause I don't stress when you stress.
Yeah.
It's
But
just
for
there's
me,
no growth there.
it's just like if you stress, then like I'm used to trying to find a solution for you not to stress. Your stress levels are like you're like I'm not taking anything away from you, but as a woman, your stress levels are higher than men.
You
So
think so?
yeah, I don't think I can sometimes handle your stress levels. So
Why
I
you think it's higher than men? You mean like it's higher because we show it more?
yeah,
Cause y'all
and
don't
yeah,
really show y'all emotions like that.
as well as y'all as women, y'all are more like you said, more emotional.
Not more emotional. We are
You're able to
we
express.
practice yes. We practice more of our emotional expression.
Yeah.
And so since we practice it more, we probably have better control of it than you guys do.
Yeah. I I feel like as men we focus on the end goal.
Mhm. Okay.
We don't focus on the obstacles. We don't focus on the cuts and the bruises and the fall downs and tumbles. We just like, yo, I got to where I got to where I needed to get to. Yeah, it was a rough journey, but I got there. But I feel
Mm.
like as women, y'all are like, it's a tough journey. Like I already know it's a tough journey. And I know I'm gonna get cuts and bruises.
Mm.
I don't want to get cuts and bruises. I'm trying to figure out a way to not get cuts and bruises, but I'm gonna get cuts and bruises, and I don't like that I'm gonna get cuts and bruises because at the end of the day, I shouldn't get cuts and bruises.
because I've done it before. That's the thing. If we've done it before or have done a version of whatever the journey is that we're going through, there's no reason why you should be going through that lesson again the exact same way. That doesn't make any sense. And we've talked about this. To me, that would never make any sense. Like if you know you did something a certain if you know you went through, I don't know, applying for a job and you didn't get the job, but you're going to go out and you're going to try again. I'm not going to apply and do the application for the job and everything and study up on the company and interpret the same exact way. I'm going to do it in a better way. I shouldn't have to go back through the exact same through that lesson the exact same way. That makes no sense. And excuse me, I feel like women do that in relationships. Excuse me, I feel like we do that when it comes to raising children. Honestly, I know you've heard of like, I mean, you're basically an only child, but I know you've heard of like, your first child is usually you go through everything with, and then the next one you've already learned for the next one.
Yeah.
I feel like that's mainly on the women. Like if
Mhm.
you're if even if you're in a relationship, it's mainly on the woman of how that journey is gonna go for her, the first child versus the second child, because we we have already went through it. So why we go through it again the same exact way? To me, there's no growth there. So it's like we're able to really listen, observe, and then interpret what needs to go, what needs to come next, what else needs to happen. You know what I'm saying? Um, that's why like when you hear about like women, they'll be in a relationship and then they get out of the relationship. They'll come out of a relationship with all these moves, all these things to do, looking different, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Because first of all, 9 times out of 10, if we got out of the relationship, we probably might have already had the intuition and knew we were about to get out of the relationship some way, somehow.
Mhm.
Most of the time, not all the time. Not saying it happens all the time, but we will come out a different type of way. We will move forward a different type of way because we're not about to put ourselves through the same exact thing that we went through. It's just usually not going to happen. 9 times out of 10, that's not going to happen. So that's the difference. It's not necessarily because that's such a misinterpretation to me. It's not necessarily that we're more emotional or that we feel the need to react in an extroverted way or not extroverted in an extraneous way, but we're just going to react accordingly to what we've already been through.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? So yeah.
But I'm saying it in a I get what you're saying, but I'm saying it in just in life. I'm not saying like if you already
Yeah.
learned a lesson and you about to go through it again. I'm talking about just going through life in general. And I do know that life does repeat itself. Things, lessons, they do repeat themselves. Not because you didn't learn the lesson the first time, but maybe because there's lessons in another lesson. Like it's
But
just
you're saying in life, what do you mean in life if it's what
like
does
I'm
that
saying
even
if the
mean?
obstacle of being successful, like the journey of being successful, maybe in a job, maybe in a relationship, maybe in your own personal life, maybe a brand, whatever. When it comes to men, we're more of the brawn.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I don't disagree, but
And
I'm just telling you why.
okay, I got you. I just know that when I know the truth, I understand the definition of hard work pays off
Okay.
because I was in the life of that at one point when it came to my family members and my well mainly my grandfather. Like
Mm.
hard work really truly paid off. Like he came from the time of the end of slavery. Like slavery was still happening, even though it was already abolished, but he was in the South.
Mm,
and he was still able to achieve his dream, not the American dream, but his own dream, and in creating a legacy for himself and for his maybe future children. Because I think he had the farm before my mom came along. But like he wanted to create something, he wanted to own things. Um, and that's hard work and dedication. He worked on the roads, like he was a laborer. Like he used to lay roads from the airport circle all the way to the Delaware Memorial Bridge
mm.
for I don't even know how long. But like he put in that hard work. Now he may have put in physical hard work, and at the end he couldn't walk on his own. He had to use a cane, but he also did use his brain. But then he also wore his scars in the way that he did physically. A lot of women, I feel like, well, a lot of men, I feel like we wear our scars physically, but I feel like women, y'all wear y'all scars internally. Like y'all, I don't know if it's a controlled emotion, but I feel like y'all y'all feel more than us when it comes to going through obstacles and journeys. Like y'all do. Like y'all really do feel more. Like y'all feel pain more than us, even though we do feel pain. But like we try to ignore the pain because of this notion and this preconceived idea that the man is not supposed to feel. The man is just supposed to be a man and not feel and get done what he needs to get done and move forward. And then women, y'all are supposed to just take on those feelings and be able to control those feelings. That's why a lot of us as men, we can't control our feelings because we just feel like, okay,
It's because you don't practice it, and you're not. I'm not saying you're able to, or like you necessarily always have the space and opportunity, but
yeah.
y'all don't practice it.
I forget what song it was. Kendrick Lamar.
Mm.
There's a line where it says his dad's mom died, but he still went to work the next day. I'm not saying that women, if somebody dies in your family, that you'll take off the next day, but like
It's like he
he,
didn't have the time to
yeah,
even feel
like
his feelings
we never,
and go through his grief.
yeah,
Mhm.
and I really feel as though like as men, we never had we tell ourselves we don't have the time to go through our feelings, and for me, I don't have the time to go through my feelings sometimes because I really need to get to where I need to get to. Like I really do. Like I will address my feelings when I need to address my feelings, but then there's sometimes where God says you need to address your feelings now.
Well, I wish I do see that. I don't disagree with that with you. I can only really speak on well, I can speak on like my brothers and my dad, but I can only speak on you right now because we live together. But um, and you're sitting right in front of me. But I um I have observed that with you that when you are forced, basically you're when I say forced, I mean like you build it up and it's forced to just come out. Um, when I see that and I see that it had to come out and you had to exude your emotions in this just uh in this very loud way because you haven't been doing it. I I always feel for you cuz I'm like I know exactly why you're expressing yourself in this way in this moment. And it's because you feel like you can't. So, I'm just saying that to say I I don't want to say I wish it wasn't like that, but I do. I wish it wasn't like that. I wish I that you Wanye were able to express yourself at least even a little bit to where you don't have to blow up And like, because for you, when you blow up, it's not because you can't necessarily handle the emotion. I think that's what you think it is. I don't think it's because you can't handle it. I think it's just unrecognizable. You don't know what, well, no, you do say that. You don't know what it is. You don't know what this is.
Mhm.
But, and then in the moment when I'm trying to tell you what it is, you can't even gather yourself to even listen to what it is, what's happening.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing. I just wish it just didn't have to be like that to where you feel like you have to express your emotions in that way. And it's like unrecognizable. Like I I don't I don't know how to explain to you like, babe, this is what's happening.
I really think, and this is, I'm not going to talk about myself. I'm going to say this in general. And this is, I have been a black man
Your whole life.
since the age of 18. I have been a threat to society since I turned the age of 18.
I
I
think
didn't
it's only
understand.
been since the age of 18.
For me, I'm saying for me,
From your story,
for
I think
my,
it's been before
from
that.
my perspective, I've been a,
You don't think you've been a threat to society since they tried to classify you in those special classes when you were younger? I do.
that was only one time and that never happened again.
It
But
doesn't matter.
I want to say I didn't understand what that meant when they said that you have a target on your back. Now, I don't know if I get it from my mom. I don't know if I get it from my dad. I don't know if I get it from both of them. I don't know who I get it from. But I do not like the simple, or I don't like when somebody tells me, and I said it last time before. I don't like when somebody tells me who I am and you don't know who I am and you don't know how I control my emotions, because there have been times where another man has looked me in my face, and I'm talking about older men that are not black,
Mhm.
and they've looked me in my face and said that I was confrontational because they would come to me with something that basically it was almost, I would look at it as an accusation, because at the end of the day, you didn't ask me. You
Mhm.
didn't get any information from me. You got information from somebody else, and you came back to me and you told me what they said, or you took,
100%.
or you told me how you felt about what I did or who I am. You didn't give me a chance to explain myself. You didn't give me any of that. So now when I get to the point where I have to protect myself, I am deemed confrontational. And there's times where I feel like when we are in the heat of the moment and I have to protect myself, I feel like I have to protect myself because I feel like I have stayed quiet or I didn't say
The heat of the
anything
moment between me and you.
between you and me. Yeah. And I feel as though I have to protect myself. I may come off as threatening, but it's me really protecting myself because there was a point in time where I couldn't express this. How I express myself now, I've never expressed myself like this
Well,
before.
just to be clear, you never come off as threatening to me. Ever.
I think it was only one time. Like, not threatening, but like,
Oh, you mean like literally threatening.
yeah,
Oh
where
no,
you,
you did that one time in New York.
yeah,
We could talk about it.
yeah. Mm, mm. Hello? Bro, you still ain't booked yet. I'm at Wawa. I told you last time if you ain't booked what was gonna happen. I'm here at Wawa now. W9 Productions, man. I'm gonna say it like this. That was our I felt that was it wasn't our first trip together, but I felt like
It was our furthest trip at that point.
it was.
I think so.
Was that the same year as the cruise? That was the same year as the cruise.
Yeah, but the cruise was later, wasn't it?
No, the cruise was before my birthday.
Oh, okay, never mind. Then it
Yeah.
was.
I really feel like I don't know what I don't know what was bothering you, but like I it was my first time in New York ever. So whatever we did, I was just enjoying it. It didn't matter to me what we were doing. I was having a good time. Um we had I know when we had first got there, there was a little mishap with our room, but like they upgraded our room basically to a better
That wasn't a mishap to me.
well,
I think I just didn't want that room. It was something the way it looked. I
yeah,
didn't want it.
yeah. We were around the corner from Times Square,
We
literally.
were
Like
on Times Square.
we were
We was
okay.
right
We
there.
were in Times
We was
Square.
right there.
We were
We
right
saw the
there.
ball, the where the
Cause
ball drops. We
yeah,
saw it from our window.
I had a good time. I met your photographer Rose. I was having a good time. We went to Brooklyn. We ate food. We went to a thrift shop. We met people, connected with people. Like I was having a good time, and I don't know what
We
happened,
saw
but
Coleman Domingo.
you saw Coleman Domingo. I didn't
We
know
saw
who it
Coleman
was.
Domingo.
I walked right past him like I didn't know who he
It's
was, like a regular regular N
before
word
his
on the
prime.
street.
He's in his prime right now. It was like right before. I think it was like right before a press tour that was happening for I don't know what
Euphoria.
movie.
It was for
No,
Euphoria.
it was for a movie. Oh, it was a little bit before The Color Purple came out.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, it was.
Listen, I didn't see him. I walked past and she was like, "Oh, babe, he was from." I'm like, I don't know who he is." Which I looking back, I should have like actually looked in his face and seen
Yeah.
because I probably would have recognized him somehow,
I looked at
somewhere.
him twice too. I looked at him twice. He was with some lady because we
Yeah,
was right in front of where the theaters were.
yeah,
We were
yeah. We
right
were
there,
right
and
in
it
the
seemed
theater
like
district.
they had like just came out because they weren't like on the go. They were like talking. Like
Yeah.
it was just yeah.
But yeah, to go back on the trip, I had a good time. But I think it was one of the night. I think it was my actual birthday night. I don't know what the conversation was. I don't know what got heated, but like the conversation got heated, and honestly, you were projecting because you felt like you weren't giving me a good experience
Yeah.
in New York, and I was having a good time. Like the only drawbacks I had was I wasn't even complaining. I just was just like, wow, like I should have believed in the movie Elf when they said world's best cup of coffee. Like this hot dog was trash. I paid $7
Oh
for a
my God, let it
freaking hot
go.
dog.
Let it go.
A
That was your
Nathan's
choice.
hot dog with brown
Let's get
mustard,
back on
not even
topic.
yellow mustard. But but yeah, you were projecting on me and I was so
I was
confused.
projecting, and then you were in that space where you feel like you want to help my stress,
Yeah.
and since you couldn't, whenever you can't help my stress, it stresses you out, and
Yeah.
you get into this mood, and I'm like, well, why is he in a mood? Like you, and in my head I'm like, you don't have to be in a mood because I'm in a mood. Like that's how I be feeling. I'm like, you don't have to be, like, you're fine, so why are you trying to bug out? Like you're fine. So I get it now. I honestly didn't get it then. That was like 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Like 2 years ago. I didn't get it then. Um, but I do understand now. I do. I do completely understand now. But I just feel like I could have just been doing better. I feel like it was some things I was settling on. As far as the trip, I feel like I didn't plan well, and it's like that frustrates me. It frustrates me if I can't do the things that I said I was going to do and it's not falling into place the way I saw it falling into place. That gets on my nerves. I don't like that. I don't like that I put things into plan, go into motion of doing things, and then it doesn't come out the way that I want to come out. And then I feel like that you don't deserve that. You don't deserve the bare minimum. Even though it wasn't the bare minimum, but that's how I felt. You don't deserve the bare minimum of what's happening right in front of you. Like you deserve a lot. You deserve the world. That's how I feel. I still feel like that. So I think that's just what was. frustrating me. And I think at that time, that was also the first time that I think you in that argument felt tested by me and what was being talked about, and tested as in me pulling out your emotions. I
Mhm.
think that's why you reacted that way, because back to, I guess, the threatening part, you was about to leave, and I was like, if you leave, it's gonna be a problem, like, because I don't do that. I don't like that. I will never settle for that. If you leave during an argument, that is next level issue in this relationship. We're not gonna come back from that for a long time. Just
Mhm.
that's how it is. Because I will never walk out. I'm not walking out. I'm not going nowhere. But no matter what, no matter how mad I am, I'm not going nowhere. Um, but I feel like that really tested you, so you wanted to leave, and then we had also been drinking. We were playing a game or something, and we had been drinking. So I had said something. I said something or something like that, and you like took one step towards me. I was like, you better back the fuck up. Cause it's like, why would you step towards me? Like, I'm a big girl, but this is a big man. Wanye is not no, 6 foot tall man, but this is a big man. He used to move tractors. This is a big man. Like, you not finna walk up on me with your size 15 calves. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Like
that's how I
15 cats.
felt.
I wasn't
That's how I
walking.
felt. And you weren't. I know you weren't.
Yeah.
But it was like the heat of the moment. It's like, if I'm upset and did have alcohol in my system, I don't feel like I want to fight. I would never put my hands on you.
Yeah,
But
no.
it's like that's how you felt. That's how I felt in the heat of the moment. So I'm like, why is he walking up on me? And I think I was sitting down. I don't even think I was standing up.
No, you were standing up.
I was?
Yeah, you were standing up. You were on the side of the bed. You were going through your bag. Like you were in your luggage, your suitcase.
What was I looking for?
I don't know. An outfit or something.
Okay. I
Yeah.
thought I was sitting down on the side of the bed, but whatever.
No, you were standing up.
So yeah, okay. What making you remember that? You felt threatened?
No, I didn't feel threatened.
Oh,
I mean,
you mean what?
I wasn't threatened, but the reason why I remember was because I think we were both, I was saying I was leaving because I wanted to like everything was going like this.
Yeah, I
Everything was
know.
going like this, and there was no space to calm down. And I'm like, yo, this
I
has
think
to
you went
calm
and sat
down.
in the tub
No, I
or
didn't.
something.
No, I didn't. I went to just go sit across on the other side of the room.
No, you didn't. You weren't in my peripheral. You went in the bathroom. And the bathroom was really big. It had a tub and a shower.
I don't remember where I went. I didn't leave the
You
room. I
went
know
in the
that.
bathroom. Either you did or I did.
I think you did
Right, because I was still planning, because I still had things coming.
because you were trying to get my
I was getting
cupcakes
your
and donuts and
donuts.
stuff.
It was just donuts. I was getting donuts and I
Yeah,
was putting candles in them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to cool, and even now, like I be wanting to cool the situation down. Like I don't like having heated. I don't like getting there to where my emotion, like those times, like when my emotions get so high, and I just like I don't know what this is. Like I need to get it off me. Like I don't want to have to go that far with you because if I go that far with you, then it's just like you shouldn't have to take that out of me. Like I want to just like let me calm down, please. Let me calm down.
But if it needs to come out though, I feel like it needs to come out, because just like how you said you weren't able to express yourself when you were younger, this is years of built tension. Years. Years. Because let me tell you, I did have issues of expressing my emotions. I felt unheard when I was younger. When I was younger than this. Because not when I was a kid, when I was younger. And I did have spaz out moments, but that's why. Like, I still it still came out some way, somehow. I'm not about to ball up in a corner. No, it's coming out some way, somehow. And if you get confused, or if you're in the line of fire, you're just in the line of fire, because I didn't feel I had the space or opportunity to express myself. So if it comes out because I can't get sleep, or if it comes out because, I don't know, It could come out anytime. If you're just getting on my nerves in the slightest, it just would come out. So I feel like for you, you didn't really have those times, as well as you weren't around as many people growing up as I was. I was around my cousins and my siblings and my adopted siblings, my god siblings, my parents, doing track and field, um, what else did I do? Doing softball, like going to different schools when I was younger. You didn't go through all that. So
Mm,
you didn't really have the different spaces and opportunity to go off for real. And
mm,
I did. So I feel like for you it's years and years of built up tension. So I feel like that's why I understood that a while ago. I observed that about you a long time ago. To be honest, I think I observed that about you on our first argument on the phone. I know you remember that.
mhm.
I observed that then, and I took that in, and I was like, and I just accepted it because like I said, I wasn't going nowhere. I decided I wasn't going nowhere a while ago before we even got in a committed relationship.
Mhm.
So
That's how I knew you liked me before we even started doing this. I knew you liked me. I
I said
did
before committed relationship
that. You were
because we were
committed to.
dating for 6 months.
You were committed to me.
I'm just saying all that to say that I knew a long time ago that I wasn't going anywhere, giving up on you because I understood my role, not as your girlfriend, not as your partner, not as your like whatever, but as in your life. I understood my role in your life.
Mm,
So that's why I decided I wasn't going anywhere. Like,
mm,
so it's like I like the way you are is very, and we talk about this all the time, the way you are and the way I am and the way we grew up is very relate it's in very close relation. So I recognize you and I saw you and your emotions and how you came up and your relationships with your elders a long time ago.
mm,
I saw that a long time ago.
mm.
So you being you will never be threatening to me. That was just the drama in the moment of that. And I'm not never gonna walk out and go nowhere. I'm not.
Well,
Even if like the smallest room we've ever been in together was the when we was on the cruise. We didn't argue at all on the cruise. Like the cruise was amazing. That was the best trip
oh
ever
my
so far.
goodness. Yeah.
But even if we would have there, I'm still not going nowhere.
Yeah. I'll tell you this, like I not going anywhere either. I noticed a long time ago that you always want to answer something or want the answer to something.
Mm.
And I'm like, okay. Because even when we first met, you wanted the answer to how do I break out into being a model? Like that was like it wasn't a question. It was just like, okay, I want to be a model. What do I need to do to be a model?
Yeah.
And you reached out to me and we talked about how to be a model and then we executed you on how to be a model. Success. I found a solution for you. And then from there it just was like building blocks. Like it was just like you always are looking for a solution for something. And if you can't find a solution, here I am to find a solution for you. I'm not walking out now. I may get frustrated and want to walk out, but I'm not going to walk out. It's just like I need to take a break from this. It's just like if I'm having a hard edit to do. I gotta make an edit for somebody, and it's only 60 seconds. Only 60 seconds.
But I'm also afraid that you're not gonna come back.
I'm not. How am I not gonna come back?
I don't know. I don't know what's in your head. I'm not in your head. In that especially in that moment, like I'm especially in the moment we're arguing, we're disconnected obviously because we're arguing like in the moment. So I'm afraid you're not going to come back. And I'm afraid that once you leave and you find that solution, that's your solution to leave. That's what you're going to do every time and I don't like it.
I just feel like
I don't want you to leave
there's
ever.
times I'm not going to leave. Okay, I'm not.
That's just what you say.
I again, when there's no breathing room, there's no. It's like It's like science. When there's, I don't know, if when there's two,
Friction?
No, not even friction.
When
When
there's a
there's
negative
fire,
and a
okay,
positive?
okay. When there's fire spreading, right?
Yeah.
In order to stop the fire from spreading in an area, in order to contain it, you have to surround the fire with more fire so it doesn't spread. Like how they do it, like in wildfires, us arguing is the wildfire.
Mhm.
So, in order to stop the wildfire from spreading, now it's going to spread. We're already spreading 2 miles.
Okay.
But if we know that in 5 miles, in matter of fact, not even 5 miles, in four more miles, we can stop the fire, then let's contain it that way. In a 4 mile radius, we're going to create a fire barrier.
So that's you walking out?
It's not me walking out, it's me creating space to let that fire die down. Because sometimes you
So do
can't
you feel like
extinguish.
you don't want it to die down though? Because I feel like the only reason like you'd feel like you'd have to walk out is in this because in this moment you don't have a will to let it die down. I always have a will because I don't like arguing at all. So I always have a will in the argument to allow whatever's happening to die down. I always do. So do you feel like you don't have the will to do that and that's why you have to walk out?
No, I do, but I feel like there needs to be a time and space where we stop, think, and listen.
But there is a time and a space for me to stop thinking, listen. I do stop thinking, listen. You don't.
I actually do.
When? No, you don't.
Most of the time,
No,
most of the
Wanye, I promise you don't.
okay. This is why it may not seem like I stop, think, and listen because I stop, think, and listen before the argument starts. But then if I can't find a solution,
In the
that's
beginning of the argument, you don't be trying to find the solution. You be quiet. I'm finding the solution. I'm trying to find the solution. But if you don't help me find the solution, because it takes two, no solution is going to be found. So then if I'm keep talking and talking, talking, that's when you start to get frustrated. It builds up and then you pop. So no, you don't try to find a solution. And then as well as,
stop thinking, stop, think, and listen. That's what I'm doing.
but you're not. If you're stop thinking and listening, okay, you can stop thinking and listen, but you're not what's the word? You're not comprehending. You can stop thinking and listen all you want, but you're not comprehending what I'm saying.
I feel like when I try to stop, think, and listen, you take that as me. Now,
Not
sometimes I do
caring.
shut, yeah, not caring.
Yeah, and you're shutting down.
I'm shutting down so so I can still understand what is happening, but like, and so I don't, because I'm trying to be preventative, but I realize that with fire signs and Leos, the more you stay
It's
quiet,
the same thing.
the
Okay.
more you stay quiet, the worse it will get.
100%.
Which I don't know how that. So, like, if I stay quiet while you are upset, you're going to get upset even more.
Because that, to me, it translates as you don't care.
But then when I start to talk, it comes off as being rude and
So
interrupting.
when you start to talk, what do you say? Because I can tell you what you say.
Well, I don't say anything crazy unless you say
No,
something
what do
crazy.
you say? Because I know what I say.
I say, I don't know what I say.
I know exactly what you say. So when you start to finally talk, you say, well, I don't know what else you want me to do. That's one thing. That's one line. Another line to start is, why are you talking to me like this? And it's like, okay, I understand I am probably talking to you in a tone, but it didn't start out that way. I'll say that because it never does. It ended up that way because you're not saying anything. So it's like now I have to change my tone, change the way I'm speaking because you're not listening, or I feel you're not listening. Um, or you'll stop me in what I'm saying. And when you stop me in what I'm saying, you don't even address anything that I said. You just address your feelings. And then we're back to square one. And then that's when the whole argument starts.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens. Because you think you're stopping and okay, maybe you are. Would you say stop, think, and listen?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you are stopping, thinking, and listening, but you're stopping for yourself. You're thinking for yourself, and then you're listening for yourself to respond.
Right.
That's what happens. And then I'm a imp. I'm an amp up because it's like you're doing exactly what I'm telling you that I don't need you to I that is frustrating me of what you're doing. Like you're just doing what I'm complaining about, what I'm concerned about, what I'm yelling about, what I have a tone about. You're doing it. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like you're stopping thinking, listen, okay, but you're not comprehending what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? That's what
Yeah.
it is. In at least in this relationship, that's what it is. That's what it is. Between a Taurus and a Leo woman, Taurus male, that's what it is. So it's like because for arguments, which I'm actually grateful it's the same argument over and over, because if it was a bunch of different arguments, that's a red flag. That's crazy. Because it's like that just means you just can't come on to a common ground with nothing. But we've been having the same argument over and over again, I think, for the past 2 or 3 years. It's just gotten a little more amped up because we live together now. We've been living together for like 7, 8 months.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I'm glad it's the same argument over and over because we can continue to grow in it. Because I feel like even though it is the same argument, and correct me if I'm wrong or tell me if you feel a different way, I feel like it evolves.
It
Do you
does.
feel like okay, okay, I
Yeah,
do
no, it
too.
does.
I feel like it evolves and I feel like the result is better every time. The
Yeah.
result of it, like the conclusion of it, I should say, I guess. So yeah, that's why I don't necessarily have an issue arguing with you, but for me it's like you have to stay and want to fight. You can't leave. I can't deal with that. I don't think. No. I'm choosing not to deal with that. I'm not dealing with that. You can't leave. If you leave, that's a whole nother ball game. And especially since we're not even married yet, you can't leave in a marriage. You can't. You can't.
I get what you mean. Yeah.
So it's like that's why it's like that's not an option. You're not going anywhere. Like I think the first or about each time except for this last time, it's been like 4 times. I've blocked you from leaving because you're not leaving.
See, this is the thing. I'm not leave. So there's a few times where I be leaving. We be in the room. Let me take a break. Let me go sit down in the living room.
No,
Let
I
me
do let you go sit
unwind.
down in the room. You be going towards the front door.
Hello, the front door is by the living room.
So no,
I'm
you
not
can't
going out the
leave.
front door with my drawers
Wanya, you
on.
can't leave. Am I leaving? No.
No, I don't be leaving. I don't. How am I gonna leave with my drawers on? Every time we
You be going
probably.
towards the closet. You be grabbing your jacket, grabbing your shoes.
Why are you on this platform lying to these
I'm
people?
not lying.
I don't be grab.
I don't know.
When
Maybe
did
it's just my imagination.
it do be your
But it's
imagination?
been like one time that you was about to leave out the front door.
It was one time, and I wanted just to. And honestly, sometimes I be trying to make
And if you leave,
excuses to
I'm going
leave.
with you.
I be trying to make
You
it.
not
I be like.
leaving.
I be. See, I want you to. I just one time. I just want you to feel that. Like I walk out.
Why do you want me to feel that?
Be
That's going to take us back about 20, 30 steps in this
20,
relationship.
30 steps. I just want you to
That's
know.
a lot.
I just want you just to
You
hear.
disagree?
No, no,
Wait.
no, 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 no.
Oh.
I don't disagree. But I just want you to hear that door slam, so then we could just
For
calm. So
what?
it could calm down. So
Slam that door. Slam the sliding door. It
you want me to
slams.
slam the sliding door and then you make you think that I might jump?
I don't think you're gonna jump. If I thought you had suicidal thoughts, I wouldn't be able to be in this relationship.
I
I
want that
can't deal
front
with
door
that.
to slam so you can be like, "Oh my god, she just left." But I'm just gonna come right back in, and
No, you're
then
not.
I am.
And you know what? That wouldn't be funny at all. That would be an issue.
I feel like
Cause you're trying to tease me and tease my feelings and poke at
it's
them.
called trying to cut tension. I feel
That's
like
not cutting tension. That makes it worse. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Mark this. That makes it worse. I promise. Within this relationship, that's gonna make it worse for sure.
I'll go do house chores. I'll go take the trash out just so I can, that's all I be needing. I
Okay,
just be
Wanye.
needing the tension to be cut. I don't be liking the tension high.
I don't like your eye either, but I think because I'm a firm believer of everything happens for a reason, I can deal with it a little bit better than you. You don't really necessarily believe that 100%. I know you don't. I believe everything happens for a reason, 100%. And there's a lesson in every single thing that happens right in front of your face.
It's true.
What's my worst habit?
I don't know what your worst habit is. I mean, you do have some habits.
Like what?
I feel like after a long day, you just examine your skin. Like your skin is fine. And then you be like, no, it's not. Look. And then you just squeeze something out of your skin. I'm like, what? Where did you, like, how? Hey, you never know. It just
It
be there.
sounds crazy, but yeah, I'll agree. Because I'm a big girl. I have crevices. Honestly, I want a boob facial. If anybody out there knows somebody who does them, South Jersey area, let me know. Um, I have crevices. Everybody sweats. Well, I guess not everybody does. I've heard people don't, but I do sweat, not profusively,
Mm,
but I do sweat. So like I have to examine myself. That's how I keep such soft skin. My skin is very soft.
very
Everybody tells
soft.
me that. Everybody tells me that.
Everywhere.
And
Huh?
I do that. So I do examine my skin. I examine like everywhere to make sure like everything's what it's supposed to be, especially in my crevices. And I'm a woman too, so even if I wasn't a bigger girl, I would still have crevices.
What was a moment in our relationship where you second guessed us moving forward together?
When you told me you didn't want to buy a house anymore. And it wasn't just you telling me you didn't want to buy a house anymore. It was I had the contract in my hand, ready to sign it. And you said, I don't want to buy this house anymore.
That
I
wasn't a house.
was,
That was an apartment. Apartment house.
oh, okay. So was it a lease to own? It was something like that.
It
It
was just
wasn't
a
just
lease.
rent.
It was just lease.
Okay. Well, you didn't want to move to Philly anymore.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the fact that you just didn't want to, it was the fact that you told me at that last minute
Yeah.
and we were about to sign the lease literally right outside of my sister's baby shower.
Yes. I'm sorry.
That that took me out because it's like, why would you get my hopes up and lead up and do this? Really, just sorry, but I was thinking about me in that moment after you said no. Like, why would you do this to me and renege like that? That last second, like, what is the disconnect? I think that's the only moment in this relationship where I felt truly disconnected from you
Yeah.
because I'm like, where did that even come from?
Can I say something? You may not even agree with me on
What?
this, but something in my gut was telling me no when we applied for the that apartment.
That one?
That one. We
Okay.
applied for it and we got accepted right away. And he was like, I need y'all to send the deposit down, like the deposit as soon as possible, as well as sign the lease as soon as possible. Everything is as is.
Why is that a red flag? You told me that already. Why don't I still don't really understand that?
because it just was like I know how easy it is to get an apartment now. I know that. Well, like I know how easy it is to get an apartment, but I felt like
If you have the scores. We
yeah,
had them, but I'm
we
just
yeah we
saying.
had this yeah we
I'm
had,
just making that clear. Like
but yeah
you
we
gotta have
had,
the credit scores, and then it's easy. But okay.
but like something didn't seem right to me. Like I felt like it was he was rushing us. Like we didn't have a choice. Like he was like, I got other people looking at this place. Like
Well, at that time, yeah, that is how it was. It was the springtime. That is a peak season to when people start moving in and moving out. So I understood.
I just also felt like what we were putting down didn't make sense either.
That's fine. You can feel like that, but the prices we were putting down is how it is. It's just how it is. That
Yeah,
was regular.
I understand that now, but it was just like we was about to put up what like almost 5K, and that was going to take a chunk of our savings to actually move and get our new furniture and stuff, and that was bothering me. Now looking back, now maybe that wouldn't have had happened if we moved to Philly. I don't know. We will never know. But the situation that happened when we moved in, we probably wouldn't have had that. Even though we haven't used, we did, but we didn't. I don't think we would have had that wiggle room if that would have happened if we moved then.
That's true. That's true. Everything does happen for a reason. Because I don't have any regrets about it. It was just more so the way it happened. It was
Yeah,
the way
I
that you
know.
went about it is what really took me out. Like it's fine if you would have even if you would have said a week before, babe, I don't want to move to Philly anymore. It would have I would have been a little bit hurt because we've been set on it. I've been set on it at least.
Yeah,
You weren't, come to find out. But yeah, it was just like that day. It was like the lease was in my hand, like seriously, in on my phone. I was waiting for him to come back from running an errand to bring something back to the baby shower for the event. I was like, "Are you ready to sign?" He said, "I don't want to move to Philly anymore." Oof. Anyway, but and then
I thought you
that
was gonna
night,
leave me.
I surely was about to. That night I was very frustrated. There was a lot going on. I was talking to my sisters about it. Then I talked to my mom and dad about it. Well, I really talked to mommy first, and then daddy like chimed in because it's just some things I just feel like I only have to need to talk to mommy about. But then daddy was right there. And my dad just really just reassured me like, do you feel like Wanye is the one that is going to take care of you? And I was crying real bad. I was like, yes. And he was like, then you need to follow his lead. And so that was it. I'll tell you, if it wasn't for Mr. Steve, if it wasn't for Mr. Steve, this wouldn't be this. I'll tell you, it was those words right there. Like I was not convinced until he said those words. Like I was ready to take the money and run. Like that was me. That was me. Like seriously. Like I don't know what I would have done. I could have went back to Georgia for all I care. I don't know what I was supposed to do. I could have went all the way back to Georgia. I could have went worked at a Georgia. I could have went back to work for Chef Kia. I had options, okay? I had options. So I'm just sitting here like, wow. But anyway, yeah, that did take me out because I felt like the trust was lost a little bit actually. The
I
trust was
know.
lost for a
Yeah,
little bit. Um and it's also behind it, you saying it was random to me also because you didn't even have a plan behind it to stay in Jersey. That and I was like, so you're just chatting. Like that it was like it was a lot. But anyway, that's the challenging time. The most challenging time thus far. Cuz it's only the beginning, y'all. What is your greatest hope for us and why?
my greatest hope for us is to remain together, build a family.
No, like one thing, babe. One thing
This is the
of
one
us
thing.
remaining together. One thing. That's cool.
No,
Okay.
it is. This is
Sorry.
these pieces are the a part of the bigger picture of our legacy together.
Okay.
That's what I hope, that we build a legacy together for our future family, even our past family. I don't want to say that I want our families to eat off of what we do, but I want to, I want our families to be able to not reap the proceeds, but I definitely want to make sure our parents are proud of what we do and what we can accomplish, because their stories are different from our stories. And I see how hard they try to make sure that our stories were different from their stories, because don't get an instruction book on none of this. So it's really
Mm,
just, my biggest hope is to make sure that our legacy and our family's legacies are is continued
mm,
and is set in stone and set to in the future, where what we did what we did today is going to pave the way for our children down the line. I want my kids to pick up those cameras and say, my dad shot on these cameras.
mm.
I want our kids to use your mixers and your pots and pans
Ooh-wee.
and say, my mom used these pots and pans to create dishes.
Mm.
Because your dad still got one of your nana's dishes, right? Well, he did.
He did.
But you
Uncle
see,
Jamil has a lot of them. And then
my,
so does Aunt Halima still, yeah.
my case in point, they got their parents' stuff. That's why I did what I did for my mom not too long ago. I don't know how I don't know if it did anything to her, but we went to my pop out farm, and in the front of his farm, since it's no longer our property, it's somebody else's property, which is like very spiritual to me. His stuff is still on that property,
Yeah.
and you can see
I
it.
don't see that property thriving because it's
It's
not theirs.
yeah,
I don't see it.
I can still they burnt down the barn.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, there it was an open space in the back, not all the way in the back, but in the middle. They burnt down the barn, but that small shed in the back
Yeah.
still remains. My pop-up's trailer still remains, and those two things, it was a horse trailer
And
or a
his
hay,
truck.
and the truck that still remains.
Yeah.
That truck is not able to move because the steering column locked up and the wheels don't turn. And that was when my mom was trying to move stuff off the farm. So that truck is never going anywhere. It probably will go somewhere eventually, but that truck is never has not moved off that property for over 40 years.
Mm.
And the day that I went, I had a feeling like I need to take a piece of this with me. So I took the license plate off, because that's my pop-pop's legacy. That's my mom's legacy. She may
Mm.
not be able to hold on to that anymore because of something else that happened where people don't believe in legacy. But I
Oh.
took that to her and I gave it to her because that's her dad and that's
Oh,
his
you gave it to
legacy.
her?
Yeah,
That's good.
I gave it to her. But yeah,
Well, everybody, Thanksgiving was this past Thursday. Um, and so was the anniversary of Wanye's pop-ups passing. I just want to remind everybody, or not even remind, I just want to say that I'm very thankful and grateful. I'm very thankful and grateful for everything that has happened thus far, everything that is to happen, everything that is done for us really, because everything's set in stone already with God and the God within us. Um I just want to say I love you, babe.
I don't want to get emotional, man.
Well, I still love you. We still,
I love you too.
we still had. I don't want to say it was rough. It wasn't rough. I don't feel challenged.
Rough what?
Past week.
Oh no, it wasn't no rough
But
week.
it was, a bit much going on. I was sick as well. Um, like it was kind of bad. I didn't have the flu or anything, but I had a stomach virus, and I've had a stomach virus before, but that was the worst it's ever been. That's the second one I've had. That was worse than the first time. Grateful to still be here, do what I need to do, continue to move forward. But it's like within, all the, I guess, downhill things going, there are uphill things happening as well simultaneously. So everything is happening for a reason. Everything's meant to happen. Um, but I'm just grateful and thankful about to enter a new year in a month. And then a month from then is our anniversary.
I know. We're really gonna be
Four
for lifers,
years.
man.
4 year anniversary.
We're really about to
Um,
be for lifers for real.
and it's just
Even though it's
gonna
been five
continue.
years.
5. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's been 5. Yeah.
it's about to be
About
five.
to be 5 years that we know each other, but four
Yeah.
years being together officially. Um, well, no, is that 2022 to 2020 to 2026?
2021.
2022 was our first date,
2021 is when we first met.
but 2022 was our first date, though,
Oh,
babe.
yeah, it's 4 years.
So it's
2026.
it's 4 years.
Yeah.
It's not 5 yet. It's 4. Anything to say? No.
We're not doing two questions?
You already asked your other question.
No, I did.
Yes, you did.
What was my second question?
You asked something challenging, and then you asked. You did ask 2
No, I
questions.
didn't. I didn't ask two questions.
Oh. I was doing the outro.
Right. If we took a spontaneous trip tomorrow, where would you want to go?
Oh my God, are we going on a trip?
To work.
We going on a trip?
We're going somewhere soon.
I already know about that. We going somewhere else?
I don't know, maybe.
Don't hype me up, and then don't
I'm not
pick me
hyping
up
you
to
up.
drop me.
I'm not hyping you up. I said, I
Oh,
don't know,
whatever.
maybe.
Spontaneous trip. So being that it's spontaneous, that means we're still gonna have work probably soon. So it's not gonna be out the country. You don't have your passport yet. So I'm trying to be
Why are
realistic
you
here.
putting my
Because I'm being
business out
realistic
there?
here. Um, where would I want to go?
Where will we go?
Where would we go, or where do I want to go?
Where would we go? Spontaneous trip.
Oh, if you took me on a spontaneous trip, we would go to New York. But if I chose the destination,
DC.
no, what the hell is in DC?
Oh, okay. Then where then?
Hmm.
You're right. We will go to New York.
Seattle. Yeah, I know we go
Seattle.
to New York. Seattle.
Seattle. That's your spot. Because you want to go.
I want to go so bad. I want to go to the Coraline Museum to be correct, buddy. Stop it. Come on. That's it. We done now.
But that's another episode of the For Lifers Chat, man. Make sure y'all check in with us every Wednesday at 6 p.m.
EST.
EST. Make sure you tap in on all social platforms, TikTok, Instagram. We on Facebook?
Yeah.
We on Facebook with it too sometimes. What else we on?
No, we on Facebook.
Oh,
On
we on
Facebook,
Facebook, Instagram,
Instagram,
YouTube Shorts,
TikTok,
TikToks,
YouTube.
TikTok. Yeah, make sure y'all tap in. If y'all got any, I don't know. If y'all want to tap in with us, just tap in with us. Don't forget, drop the mic if you know any artists that's out there in the Philly or Cherry Hill. Matter of
South
fact,
Jersey area.
Philly or South Jersey area that just want to get some content done for as an artist. Tap in with WNR Productions. If y'all want to tap in with the For Lifers chat, DM us, email us, however way you can get in contact with us. But again, this is another episode of the For Lifers chat, and we out for life.
Bye.